Hello, ESA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Nico with a C. With me, I have Niddle. Niddle, say hi.
Hey everybody, how we doing?
He is the current world record holder for this game in basically every category. And Hyperion, we had a language incentive. Tell me who won?
We did. We are playing with $165 in German.
All right, let's go with German then. I have not heard this ever, and I don't believe Niddle has either.
No, we usually play in Spanish, but it'll be good.
Exactly. All right, we're just going to start because we're a little bit behind schedule, so let's go.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Niddle, you want to talk a little bit about the game and when it came out and maybe why people haven't heard that much about it?
Yeah, for sure. So this is GhostWire Tokyo. It's produced by Tango Gameworks, who you may know for Evil Within 1 and 2. You may have noticed this is not Evil Within 3. However, we do have a fun first-person action-adventure shooter sort of situation set in Tokyo. It's very accurate to Japan, actually. And there's a lot of cool lore that goes into sort of the world building and everything around it. This game came out right around the same time as Elden Ring. So a lot of people, I don't think it was on their radar since everybody was busy being maidenless. So basically right now we're playing through a tutorial section. It's going to go on for another 10 minutes or so. So we're kind of just getting our bearings in the world. Our buddy Akito, who has inhabited our soul, is now explaining to us how we have powers that he gave us and sort of how they work and everything. And we're trying to check up on our sister, who's in the hospital. And that's the gist of the intro for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. Could I get the game volume a little bit up again? I maybe trolled a little bit. There's just some key points that I need to be able to hear. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult to run this game. So just a little smidge up. But yeah, like Nilo said, this is like the tutorial part. We're just learning how to use our character and stuff like that. And yeah, basically these are visitors, I think they're called, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So the tall Slenderman guys, those are like rainwalkers, I believe. And every sort of spirit and enemy that we see is meant to like represent something, sort of in Japanese folklore. So the little girls actually represent the anxiety that school children have in school. So like their spirits linger on because they're so anxious about school and everything. And the rainwalkers, the business suit Slenderman guys, are basically overworked like corporate workers who, you know, their spirits were never able to move on because they were so stressed about their job, which is relatable.
True. Very relatable. And yeah, we're basically picking up a few items here. You saw me using my use key on the shopping bag, which is consumables, which are usually used for health stuff, but we're actually going to use them for damage buffs, and that will come into play later when we're going to do some boss fights. Also, weird stuff going on here in the hospital.
Yeah, so there's a heavy like paranormal aspect to this. As you can imagine, everybody in Tokyo has been turned into spirits, and including our sister, who we're trying to check up on right now. And Akito, our homie, is sort of telling us like it's now your responsibility. You have to do everything.
Well, no, KK. We're playing as Akito. KK is telling.
Sorry, right. I get my names confused.
World record holder,
so
by
KK. Definitely have 100+ hours in this game. So KK is the spirit inside of us. Akito is the character we're playing. Sorry about that.
Nah, you're good. It happens. But yeah,
names.
Yeah. So lore-wise, we just went to see our sister here in the hospital, and she got kidnapped by some dude with a mask. And now we want to fight him, but KK is telling us basically, no, you're way too weak, so you need to go and train and stuff like that. Kind of like Mulan.
Kind of like Mulan. Yeah. So you may have noticed we are doing some awesome finger jutsu. So part of the powers that KK has given us include basically several like spirit finger gun sort of abilities, and we're going to unlock the two other elements that we have at our disposal. And for the most part, you're going to be seeing a lot of wind and a lot of fire. The water will get used like maybe a couple times.
What is this? Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
GhostWire, please.
I have not had a crash there ever. Have you?
I've never seen a crash coming out of the hospital. No, that's kind of interesting.
All right. Let's see where the autosave is.
Yeah, this game is made on Unreal Engine. And it's relatively stable. Like,
Yeah.
you know, usually it runs pretty well, but occasionally you'll fall through the world. Occasionally, a trigger checkpoint won't work and stuff like that. It's just marathon luck for sure.
Oh yeah. Let's start this off really good, huh? If this doesn't have a good autosave, I'm gonna be kind of sad. I would assume because we did the chapter, it should be right after.
Yeah, it should have auto-saved at the chapter.
Yeah. Okay, it autosaved right before we left the hospital, so it's good. It's good. Small timeless. Small timeless. Please don't.
Still world record pace, baby.
Nope. Definitely not. Please don't crash again. Okay, we got the chapter 2. There are 5 chapters, by the way, in this game. Chapter 4 being the longest, and chapter 5 being the shortest.
The chapters are actually kind of split out a little weird, where some of the chapters are significantly longer than others. Some of them we're going to be going like straight from chapter 4 and chapter 5.
What is going on? What? I can't even see this on my screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is all right. This is all right.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's find the game again. All right. You wanna try a load file instead? A little further ahead, maybe? I have one right after the first skill point checks.
I've actually never seen the game crash like this.
Yeah,
not that it helps matters saying that, but
I've not seen. Can't skip these things, by the way, either. That's good. I might have to do a load file instead.
yeah, if it's just not
I
gonna.
mean, I got this, but. Oh dear God, are we gonna go with this one? I think we're gonna go with this one. We kind of have to. We're gonna skip a little bit of the story, because the game is trolling us. Okay.
That marathon luck, dude.
All right, we're gonna go with this. All right, get us up to speed because we missed.
Yeah, let me catch you guys up. We missed a few things in the tutorial. So we go to KK's apartment. We learn about some spooky things and the dudes that we're up against. And KK explains to us that there's a bunch of shrines that we need to cleanse all throughout Tokyo. And in order to do that, we're going to be cleansing these gates. So this is actually the first set of gates. There's 3 gates to this like large sort of mega shrine. And you're just going to see Nico kind of cruising around and taking care of these dudes as best as possible. We were also introduced to the glide ability, which is going to be our primary method of transportation. In all instances, it's faster to be gliding than it is to be running. So you're going to see Nico doing some like really swag vaults into glides, and you know, jump inputs in this game are kind of like a suggestion. So sometimes the game control. But yeah, for the most part, the main sort of like progression medium in this game is cleansing the shrines. That unlocks more of the map, gives you more side quests, allows you to progress. But yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, this is our second weapon art, the fire, which is by far the most OP one, but also the one with the least amount of ammo. So we're gonna use this sparingly, but try to use it as efficiently as possible, because it does a bunch of damage.
Yeah. So you may have noticed in the hospital we unlocked the ability to charge up our weapons. We're not going to really be doing that too much. We're, you know, like I said, super swag glides only. So right now we're trying to make our way to the next shrine that we need to cleanse, and then we're going to get into the ascent. So
Right?
are you going to grab? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we prayed at a Jizo statue. This increases our ammo count by a specific element by 1. So we're gonna have an extra fire shot. It's not really worth it to visit any of the other Jizo statues other than the fire one, really. So I don't know if you're gonna grab the one later on.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of one particular NPC.
Okay, good. I had to make sure you were aware. So yeah, this is the Lady D fight.
Yep.
Lady D also makes an appearance in this game. The actual official name, and I'm totally not pulling up my notes for this, is Shiramuku, and they're actually based on the anxieties of newlyweds. And the dress that the Lady D type character has on is a wedding dress. And so, like, sort of every single spirit in this game is meant to represent some sort of, actual Japanese folklore stuff that I don't know nearly enough about.
More than me.
So here we go. The Ascent. This is probably the most swagged out movement section in the game. You're going to see a lot of really cool glides. We're going to be running on a lot of ledges here. So the most important thing to know about how the glide works is we have about 3 seconds in the air before we get completely dropped to the ground. And the goal here is to kind of extend out the glides as much as you can without touching the ground until you absolutely need to. And there's also a few little like ledge grabs that we can do to help boost us up and assist us. But our glide recharges every time we touch the ground. So you're going to see like few seconds where Nico just kind of jumps off the ground and then once again starts gliding.
No!
Oh my gosh.
The game trolled me.
Yeah, so ledge grabs sometimes are like, I think they're based on FPS. So it's like if you drop a frame, and it is raining right now, which doesn't help the frame rate. If you drop a frame when you're trying to go for a ledge grab, sometimes the game will just be like, nah, you didn't actually grab that ledge, sir.
Basically.
So we're just gonna be Tengu. Oh my
I'm good. I'm
gosh,
good.
dude.
I'm good.
You're giving me a heart attack, man. We're gonna be Tengu grappling and gliding our way up to the top of this roof, where there's another shrine that we're gonna be cleansing.
Yeah. I mean, you think that
gosh.
I'm like, when I'm grabbing stuff, you think that it's like not on purpose, but it is, because the game just does not like to let you glide forever. All right, let's hope these guys don't troll me. These women.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Enemies
thank
can
you.
spawn sort of in RNG spots, so having this lady
Whoa,
spawn behind the
whoa,
wall is kind of rough.
All
Good.
right. Think so. That guy was
We're getting all the marathon luck.
Yeah, that guy was way closer than he usually is. But we got him. And now we're gonna
Yeah,
get
we're good.
my favorite talisman of the game, which is the
shock
the
talisman.
shocker talisman. Yes.
Yeah.
I use this way too
Talismanes.
much. Oh yeah, talismanes in Spanish, but talismans in
I don't know what it is
German.
in German.
I think
Yeah.
it said. Not sure. Alright, let's get it out here. You can actually get it out a little bit earlier than you're supposed to. And then you can just stun the Lady D looking one and get some notes here. You want to
Perfect.
explain why we're picking up notes?
Oh, right. So skill points are a thing. We can actually put points into our various abilities and upgrade them and make them better throughout the game. In a casual playthrough, you're probably going to be getting a lot more skill points and like sort of kitting yourself out a lot better. In this, we're only going to get the bare minimum we need to get us through the run. And we're also going to sort of avoid opening the map, because anytime you open the map, you have to look at all of the new icons that the game wants you to see. So it'll be like, here are all the shrines you've unlocked, here are all the side quests. And it's a big waste of time. So we're going to avoid opening the map, which you have to open to get to your skill menu, unless it's absolutely necessary. So we're saving any upgrades for when it's already an opportune time for us to open up the map. And we grab the gust beads, and now we're going to head over to the binocular. We're basically trying to follow the dude that we believe is responsible for all this mess. And we're sort of hot on his tail. And he's actually not working alone, so we're gonna get to meet the crew. Well, not really, because we kind of just skip over all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should mention cutscenes are skippable in this game.
Thank God.
And the cutscenes do add quite a lot to the run if you did want to watch them for a lore speedrun or something like that. But the cutscenes are all actually really good. They're all rendered in engine, and they're pretty like the visual impact of this game. I think is probably one of the best selling points that it has, because it's just so pretty to look at.
Oh, for sure. But also, there are some cutscenes that are in game, and then some that are out of game. It's kind of weird how they like did that.
Yeah, it's like some of them are pre-rendered and they drop to 60 FPS, and then it goes back to the in-engine ones, and it's like 180 FPS, and you're like, oh, this is beautiful, dude.
Yeah, it's super weird. All right, subway part. This part probably confused a lot of people casually, just because there is like an indication of where to go. There is something you can use, which is I can't actually remember what the real name is. It Vision Spectre or something like that? spectral vision?
Spectral vision.
Spectral
Yeah.
vision. Yeah. Which is something we're going to use later on. Because we kind of skipped the big.
Yeah, we skipped over the tutorial where we're introduced to it, but it's okay. World record pace, don't worry.
Actually, world record pace because I cheated.
Literally.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get banned. Okay, this part here is kind of sketchy because you have to like get out here to glide, and you may be wondering why I'm gliding so much. That is literally just because it's faster than running by like a little bit.
Yeah.
But still.
Als Wachhund? Nein, während meiner Zeit als Monsterjäger.
So I'm getting told that the game is not in German. I'm pretty sure it still is. It's just the subtitles.
I think the caption text.
Yeah, it's the subtitles that are in English.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay. Because otherwise I have no idea what's going on with the visual cues.
Yeah, changing the in-game text would actually make some of the map stuff a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is basically the subway section. It's a fun little like movement section. When you do it absolutely perfect, which Nico totally did.
Yeah, I definitely didn't fall there.
You can really sort of like save a lot of time. It's like every missed glide quickly adds up in a like a PB setting.
I didn't get unlucky.
Oh, the swag glide.
Yeah, the one that saved like 1 second. I didn't get it.
I'm proud to say I invented that.
True. All right, first boss fight.
Yeah, first boss, bit of a joke. The real name of this is Sojitsuki, I think, and it's meant to be like a spiritual, like sort of like monkey, demon, satori sort of yokai thing. And basically the plan here is just going to be to DPS him down as quick as possible and grab his core, which Nico did a flawless job of doing. And you may have noticed we tanked a few shots there. It really doesn't matter in this difficulty. Whether you take damage, because we're pretty stocked up with healing items, and there's nothing that can really one-shot us. I shouldn't be saying that.
Don't say that,
please. There is something that can one-shot us.
Okay, so the thing about this game is Akito has 0 iframes, so he can just get bounced around like a ball if people are hitting him at like the same frames.
Like so if a dozen ranged attacks are coming in, then you can actually instantly die with really no time to react or block or do anything.
Yeah.
But we're not going to experience that because this is perfect marathon luck.
Yeah, we already saw that from the beginning. Anyways, moving on. What happened there in the cutscene that we just skipped is that KK, who is, you know, the spirit inside of us, got dragged out, and that basically means we're just human again. So we only have a bow and arrow now, which we picked up in KK's apartment, which we skipped earlier. Sorry about that. And now we're trying to figure out how to get KK back. So we're going back to his apartment, even though we know that he isn't there. But we just have a feeling that we have to go back there.
Yeah. So there's a few instances where KK can get ripped out of our body. Our character Akito did sort of die in the opening cutscene, so we're kind of like in this, purgatory trapped between the spirit world and the living.
Yeah.
And so right now we're basically like a mortal dude in the spirit world, which is probably not the best place to be for a mortal dude.
Definitely.
So we really need to find KK and figure out what's up, because without his powers, we're basically defenseless.
Kind of. The bow and arrow is pretty OP, but we don't have that many arrows.
It's pretty OP, yeah, but only 9 arrows, and we really need those later.
And also, for some reason, the bow and arrow is super OP, but cannot hit boss fights, ever. Well, we don't know why. It's just a design.
By far, the most powerful weapon in the game is the bow and arrow, but has no... they just kind of, like, bounce off of bosses, which is sort of a letdown.
Yeah, kind of. Can I get this fast? That was weird, because it wasn't the same as on my own PC. Like, the load timer was...
so, strange camera in this game is a thing when you're running it. If you're trying to go fast, there's a lot of sections where the camera just kind of, like, does its own thing.
Immersiveness.
There's one spot in specific where it can be a huge problem, and it can just kind of mess up your glide and send you plummeting to the earth.
Oh, it can lose you, like, what, a minute or something like that? And that's
yeah, because you have to climb back to the top of the building.
Yep, and no Tengus. Unlucky. Should have played better.
So yeah, we're following this black smoke trail. This is KK's trail. We know it's KK somehow.
Yeah.
And so we're going to follow it back so that way we can be reunited with KK. There's some random enemies trying to aggro us and stuff. We don't really care about those. But for the most part, it's just a mad dash to get to this shrine so we can do what is affectionately called the wire-in tutorial.
Oh, yes.
Because we're not done with the tutorials in this game.
Of course not. The entire game is just one big tutorial.
It is an open world game, so there's a lot of like, you can do a lot of stuff in between, but if you boil it down to its speedrun sort of linearness, it's actually very straightforward where you need to go. You can just follow the main quest through to the end in terms of routing.
Gonna shoot that guy because he's the only one that can actually notice us, and if
Perfect,
he notices us, we have to fight everyone in there. All right, this part takes a little bit of concentration. 1, 2, 1. I didn't get it. Unlucky. All right, we're gonna wire in. Usually, I want to like try to hit these people as much as possible because they're gonna go down on the ground. They're a little bit harder to hit, and then the wire in like that kills them. Can I get the? Oh, where is it? There we go. Nice. Got a little bit of extra.
Oh, you get the extra arrows? Dude, I never do that. That's so smart.
I know. Big brain. And also it teleports me outside again. See? Whoop.
You're a genius, dude.
Das Ritual begonnen.
Just a quick note,
So
everyone. Just on prizes, we've got the PlayStation 5, the Nintendo Switch, and the Stream Deck 64 gig. So get those donations in.
Heck yeah. We gotta reach that 60K soon. If we're gonna get the 150.
5K before the end of this run, dude? Easy.
Hopefully.
I believe in chat.
True. Always believe in chat.
Wir diesen Ort reinigen.
And for some reason, they decided to do this cleansing first, and then do a cutscene, and then do the chapter
Yeah,
as well. I don't know why.
There's 3 separate cutscene transitions between us sort of like finishing this section and actually like finishing the section.
Yeah. They
And
could have
it's
just
kinda
made
goofy.
it one big one, but no, they decided, let's split it up. Obviously, it makes sense when you're playing it casually, but yeah.
Wir arbeiten zusammen, das war's.
All right,
Who does
now
that
we
these
have
days?
a new talisman. This is the second one that we're going to use. We're not going to use any others. And this one is a bush. And you might think, what are we going to use a bush for? What? Don't fall, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to show you right here. There's an enemy right on the right side here, which takes like 3 fireballs to hit. But if you're sitting in a bush and cleanse this, then you can cleanse it without this guy aggroing on you. I need to not get hit by this guy, by the way, until the cutscene starts. There we go. But yeah, that's what we're going to use the bushes for. We're going to use them, I think, 4 or 5 times. I can't remember. I think it's 5.
Yeah, we're basically going to use all the bushes we get off the bat. The bush strats work pretty good for dropping aggro on enemies. Sometimes they can be really stubborn and just sort of, like, if they saw you get into the bush, they're like, nah, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I see you.
That's not a very good camouflage, my guy. So, we're sort of just completing some main quest things right now. We have to answer a phone call, do a few things, and we're trying to link up with KK's friend Rinko,
Yes.
who sort of knows some more information about how we can fix Tokyo in general.
Sure. Before that, we need to go to the center where she is, I'm pretty sure.
Als Ärger hat man mit der
I think it's called the
That's
center.
the 328 building.
328, yeah.
Everything is actually based on real places in Japan. So one of the community members actually went through some of the streets of Japan and did a walkthrough of some of the areas that appear in GhostWire Tokyo. It's actually a really cool video because you see the actual buildings and stuff. You know, they were really accurate to the phone booths and everything like that.
True.
You know, some of the stuff they're embellishing, but it's pretty cool. Sort of in the same way that like Yakuza is very much based on Kamurocho. So if you're a nerd like me, it's kind of cool.
It is indeed very cool. So yeah, we get up here, we get in here. We actually skip a bunch of stuff that you usually have to do casually, but if you know where to go, you can actually skip an immense amount of stuff. The only things you can't skip is the cleansing, because they open up the world a lot more. You saw me taking a lot of damage earlier when I was in the fog. That's basically what happens if you're entering the fog, but you move faster through it. So yeah, moving through the fog to make a shortcut like that actually is pretty nice.
Yeah. I love the little interaction here. So there's not too many interactions that we have to do. That's one of them. We're going to be picking up some notes here, and then we're going to be doing a big old upgrade. This is probably the largest single upgrade in the game. We're going to be getting maxed out wind, which means that we can shoot a lot faster, and we're also going to be putting a point into our fire, which means that we can now penetrate enemies with our fire shots. So if we have two enemies standing in front of each other, we can hit both of them with a single shot, which helps on ammo conservation, and it also does more damage. So, you know, win-win.
Wind? I'm sorry.
And we're gonna be using the penetration right here to get the big guy down in one less shot, while also hitting the guy behind him. Good section. Very nice.
Thank you. I learned that from you.
Rinko ist eine Etage. Auf nach unten.
Then in that case, bad section. What
Oh
are you doing?
gosh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Coming up is everyone's favorite section after the big guy, of course. The tower defense, which is kind of scripted, but also not. You can still lose time.
Yeah, it's kind of like the RE4 cabin section. There's going to be enemies spawning in waves, and we're going to have to kill them sort of as quickly as possible to get the next group spawning in. And I like to call it the tower defense section, because it is kind of a tower defense. We're going to be dealing with this big red dude. How do you do this now?
Like this.
Okay.
Mostly because I want the core.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically
kinda
if you shock an enemy that like takes more shots usually, you grab their core, and that in the bottom right side you can tell is like what's filling up, and when that's fully filled up you can wire in, which allows you to do a lot more damage. So, but we want to use them at like specific points.
Yeah, there's only like really 3 spots that we need to use the stun talisman, and we don't want to have to like do a shopping trip for more talismans, so it's kind of important that all the talisman are in the right spot and that the enemies stagger into them how we need them to.
Yeah.
Anyway, tower defense.
Tower defense indeed. I also just ate a little bit more, so I got the attack boost. You can see that on the left. I'm actually going to do this in a little different way than you do, I'm pretty sure.
Slightly different.
Slightly different, yeah?
Yeah, so the goal here, as said, is to kill them as fast as possible and sort of be ready for the next group to spawn when they're going to spawn in.
Why did I think it was on the left side? That's so troll.
I was about to say, be ready for them to spawn in.
We're good, we're good.
And yeah, so first group is 3 Slendermen, and then we get 2 Slendermen and a lady, and then we're going to get some school children on both sides, and then the next group is going to be the all-ladies group. Yeah. And the final boss of this section is sort of this big umbrella dude, and he's easily the most tanky and can actually do the most damage here.
There we go. Oh, I didn't. I could have actually done something different. It's okay.
Oh.
I thought I needed the fire in, but I didn't.
So we try to line up the core grab so that way we can core grab as many enemies on screen as possible. That's why sometimes you'll see Nico put some extra shots into an enemy when 2 of them are ready for the core grab.
Ah. The first one was perfect. Second one, not so much.
I thought he should have died
yep,
at that
same.
Like, 6th shot. Right?
Yep, I feel like he should have, but he didn't. Maybe I missed one. Not sure. These 2 like this.
Great.
All right. I got a little bit extra core, but that's completely fine. Doesn't really matter too much. Most important thing is that I fill it up here. I don't want to use it before later on. And we actually have a donation ready, so take it away, Hyperion.
No problem at all. We have a $15 donation from Nico Hart,
Hey.
and it says, "Oi, Nico, hi." And that $15 is going towards Crash, Mind Over Mutant Any Percent, bonus game Mary Kate and Ashley, Sweet 16, License to Drive.
Holy moly, what an incentive. Thank you so much, Nico. Appreciate you, man.
Wir sind fast draufgegangen.
All right, let's get out of this building and let's go find Rinko again, because that is literally what we're trying to do at the moment. But first, let's find an NPC. Very important
Oh,
NPC.
yes.
I think I learned about this NPC yesterday. Ah, let me over.
Yeah, you didn't even know that this appeared.
No. We're going to get this Jesus statue because it fills up our red thingy. But look at this little boy. Such a good boy.
Aww.
Have to pet the dog. We are so far ahead of estimate that I don't like. It literally does not matter that I did that.
Yeah, so this game does have several animals that you can pet. You can pet the cats, you can pet the dogs, You can't pet the raccoons, but you can talk to them.
I can't pet the cat. That's too out of the way.
I don't think we run into any cats.
No, exactly.
along
It's too far out of the way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any more dogs like on the way. I would love to, but I don't think there are any more dogs on the way. All right, this part casually was actually such a pain. Like, I don't know if you felt the same way, but finding these things took me so long. And it's like a
Yeah, so there's these little stones that we have to use to break out of this, like, we have walls around all of us, and we have to break these stones so that way we can get out. The stones have an official name in Japanese. I totally don't remember it. But, yeah, essentially we're trying to make quick work and get those stones down as fast as possible. Casually, it's a nightmare because you don't know where they spawn.
Yep.
And there's a lot of enemies sort of just running around, and it takes a while before you realize that, like, they're up above.
So
Oh,
there's
you
a
can't pet during
I can't
dialogue.
pet it because he's doing a dialogue. Blame KK.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
It's KK's fault.
I tried. All right, we're gonna need a telephone card, and it's gonna spawn right here magically. 3, 2, 1. Bam.
Sollen wir die wirklich nehmen? Klar, das ist ein Notfall.
And now we're gonna.
It's funny
go
because the
use-
timing is a little different in German versus
Yeah, it
Spanish.
is. It was gonna spawn a little bit earlier in Spanish, so German officially slower than Spanish. Oh please!
Confirmed.
Oh gosh, okay, that grab was interesting. All right, let's see if this strat works. I don't think it did.
Yeah, you're super aggroed.
These guys normally never aggro me. Go away.
Yeah, so the goal here is to get to the phone booth, but there's a bunch of little schoolgirls in the way, and you can kind of squeeze past them without aggroing. I just usually kill them all personally. But,
Yeah, I mean the strat there is like it's worth it if they don't see you, but if they see you, it's like it's a little bit slower, not too much.
Yeah. Once an enemy sort of aggroes onto Akito, it's really hard to get them to drop the aggro without either throwing a bush or, you know, the murder option.
And usually we pick the murder option.
Yeah.
That should be it. Swap weapon, thank you. All right.
There you go.
Those enemies are probably the worst ones we're gonna meet. They are so tanky. Also, if we have any donations, anything, please read it now because this is mandatory. You literally have to watch this, and if they would remove this, we would save so much time.
We
Yeah,
have
probably
a
2 minutes.
$600 donation.
Let's go.
from Kieran.
Woo!
And the comment just says, "For petting the dog."
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Sir Kieran.
So nice.
If I pet another dog, we no, I'm kidding.
Just ransom all the dogs in the game.
It's true. I will go on 100% hunt if. We need to make that a
We
category.
also have a $100 anonymous donation.
Oh, let's
No
go.
comment.
Ah, that deserves a clap as well, guys. Come on.
And that does put us only $200 away from $56,000.
Damn, that's insane. We can surely meet that before this runs over,
Sicher, du findest heraus, was da schiefgegangen
Bruising.
ist.
for sure.
Bahnhof Shibuya.
Pet dog. If I see another middle, you're the hundo master. Come on, you gotta figure out where another dog is. Do you have a map or something?
Well, in all missions, there is a mission where we have to like save a dog, and it's pretty adorable. But it's so out of the way, we can't possibly.
Okay, fair enough. If you see one on the way, yell at me.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout. So basically, what's happening in the story right now? Good question. We had to go grab a telephone card, which allowed us to contact Ed, who is another homie of Akito. We're good.
KK, but yes. I'm gonna.
KK, sorry. Well, now he's a homie of Akito because we're friends with him.
True.
And so now we have to do some gliding to get to Rinko's apartment. And we think that there's some clues on what's going on with Rinko, maybe back at her apartment.
Sieh mich mal um.
I fell down and I'm sad.
Honestly, that jump that you were going for is like probably the hardest jump you
It
could
is
possibly.
so absolutely insane. All right, can I get this?
I have a better way of doing that. I'll show it to you later.
No, I know, but I was trying to be cool, okay?
I mean, you can never have too much swag in a marathon run.
That is true. Can I hit this though? Oh! Yeah, because the camera kind of like pulls you away, so you can't actually aim at it. So hitting it there it saves a little bit of time.
Mieses Gefühl. Sieh dich um.
All right.
So this is the cat house.
Oh,
In
yeah.
Rinko's house, there's like a billion cats.
Wait, can we pet one of them?
I don't think the cats in here are You might be able to.
Petable?
Yeah, you gotta try.
Okay. Is there one on? I'm gonna try the one on the left. Oh, by the way, this woman is evil, and she is taking over Rinko's body, and she's basically been acting as
there's
Rinko the entire time.
A body snatcher situation happening. So we've been kind of tricked. We haven't been talking to the real Rinko.
Please pet. Oh, I can pet. Let me pet.
Let's go.
Pet another one. Someone yells instantly. Another. It's like the movie, like Thor 1, where he like gets the coffee the first time he just smashes the... Another. But
We have a $10 donation from Sunny Muffin 175 that says, "Pet the cat."
I did.
And that goes towards the Grand Theft Auto ending choice, kill Trevor.
Oh, that's kind of grim, but okay. Pet the cat, but kill Trevor. That's so messed up. All right. Now we're in, well, Rinko's LSD trip. Fever dream is what you call it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, that's what I called my split. I can't believe people are calling it that now.
Well, I am.
So basically, we're in like Rinko's sort of consciousness, and we can sort of see a few things related to her. There is a giant cat coming up.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Damn.
Yeah.
I can't pet it, but it's gonna meow at us.
We can't pet the giant cat, Nico.
You're gonna see it here in a second. I'll look at it. It's very big, by the way. It's like super big.
Can't miss it.
Oh, you can if you don't look at it. But yeah. Big cat. I can't. I have an estimate.
This is probably one of the coolest looking sections in this game. This game has a lot of really cool, like sort of trippy, very, very like futuristic, but still kind of otherworldly graphic. I don't know how to describe this.
Very.
But,
they like have a little bit of like the control aspect where it's like very cyberpunk, go nuts vibes.
And then you also have like sort of like the gritty like Japan streets, so you have a little bit of like kind of that like grunge texture and stuff like that, and everything's sort of abandoned and everything. It's a really cool setting.
For sure.
So we purged the demon from Rinko. Rinko is no longer infested, and now we have to go talk to the real Rinko, I believe, and we're gonna kind of get a little bit more story on that.
Yes, but first, unskippable cutscene.
Always.
Is that a dog? We are way below estimate. Come here, doggo.
Let's go.
Is this the same dog, by the way?
This dog is just following you around because it knows you're gonna pet it.
It gets pets, true. It's hungry, someone's... Alright, if we got time for... we do have time for donations if you have some, Hyperion.
I do indeed. We have $20 from Paul Lister, who says, "Pet the cat." Also, pet the cat. Also, good luck, Nico.
Oh, I thought he was going to say pet the dog, but okay, I got baited. Alright, this part here...
And that goes
Yeah, sorry, go on.
that goes towards the Mind Over Mutiny any percent bonus game, Mary Kate and Ashley.
Oh, for real? Well, not the incentive thingy, but this. Please, let me. Please don't see me. I hate you. I hate you.
Oh,
I
they're...
hate you. I hate you so much.
Yeah.
This
So you may have noticed you can't interact with things when you have aggro. So it becomes a big like challenge trying to balance getting to a shrine in time that they don't see you, and then throwing down the bush in the right spot so that when you go to cleanse the shrine, like you don't get pushed out, which is kind of what was happening to Nico there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But now we're coming up to another mega shrine. We're gonna have to cleanse 3 separate gates, and we get to do a little fog traversal, as you saw. The fog does kill you, and you can't really avoid it. And we've tried to experiment with skips in the fog, like trying to get places you're not supposed to. But the game is very harsh and cruel about making sure you die when you're in the fog.
Yeah.
So,
all right, that was good.
coming up to our sort of our first real major
Stuck.
boss.
Door stuck.
Oh, that happened to me the other day too. That tree, I swear.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've had that happen once. Please do not spot me from the top rope. RKO. Okay, thank you. Jesus, that was scary. All right, we got the shrines.
Perfect.
So now we are on our way to our second boss fight. Actually, this boss fight can be scary because it has one attack that is just an instant kill. Hits you. And I have seen it once in like all the runs that I've had. So hopefully it doesn't do that. But before we get there, we have time for some donations. He didn't want to. What the heck? That's so rude. No.
Wow, denied.
That is so rude.
We are only $69 away from $56,000 raised.
Nice. 69. Someone has to snipe that. Come on. 69, please. There's no way. There is no way that goes unsniped.
So we're heading into this wayside shrine to fight our first boss.
I hope that didn't
Or,
work.
sorry, second boss.
Yes, second boss, Koomote,
Ihm habe ich
which is a giant cat.
zu verdanken. Für ihn ist die ganze Welt ein
Yeah, so if you liked cats, this is the boss for maybe.
This will probably put you off of cats, I would say. But yeah, so this boss fight is kind of a gimmick boss fight. There's like 3 stages to it. It has 3 tails. KK gets pulled out of us once again. You're going to see here in a second. And that means that we are left alone with our bow, but our bow is completely useless because it does like 0 damage to it. So we're gonna have to be either sneaky or very aggressive, and we're gonna go for the aggressive playstyle because that is the fastest one. So there are gonna be these red canisters, as you can see here, and if maybe I can I? Nope, I cannot. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I was trying to be sneaky and go around. That would like save that canister, but yeah, no. So I just blow up the canister in her face with a palm attack, and that does no damage because apparently Akito is related to Ethan Winters.
Yeah, the play basically is to stun her, get around behind, and pull out the tails. However, sometimes she can be a little...
But there is no way.
No way.
How did that not damage her, by the way? Is there only one there? Oh, this is
There's one by the door.
unfortunado. Oh, that was the instant hit. Or the insta kill. Okay, this is a little bit slow. Oh, he is right behind me, isn't he?
Good
Please.
time to mention, this boss is RNG, so her spawn location is always a little bit different,
Yep.
and it can sometimes be a big problem. There you go.
All right, where's the last canister that we never used?
It's by the crouchy door, if that makes any sense.
Oh, like on that side? Okay, I'm hoping.
Yeah, on
Okay, I
that
think
side.
she's giving us a free one though. No, she's not. Never mind. She was giving us a free one. Okay, we need to be sneaky then. That sucks. Oh, 3 arrows. It's right here. But I need her to come over here then. Or I need to be sneaky beaky like. Come here, woman. Can I? This is so stupid! Why are you being such a meme? It's so mean. Come over here, please. Yes, come over here. Does that work? It does. Okay, got. Please stop tracking me when you're stunned. Oh my game! I can't get behind her. That is okay. Of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I was saying,
Why not?
the thing that can happen with her is sometimes if she's near a wall when she gets stunned, she won't let you pull out the tail.
I literally.
So in this situation, I would probably just stealth, just hide,
Yeah.
and
I need to eat.
go for it
Let
that
me
way.
die. What is she doing? The worst part is I can't even like. Is she already doing the attack? Oh my god, she is. That is so messed up. She did it instantly before I was even in. This boss fight takes 30 seconds usually. Oh, please, man.
The backup to the backup to the backup.
This is a reset. That's what that is. Okay, come over. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Don't see me. Sneaky peeky like. Actually have to be sneaky here because I don't have any more canisters. Why is she so fast, by the way? Ah, that is so. But like I'm loading a save file soon. Oh no kidding, KK. He's like, you can't fight her head to head. Okay, but she is.
I've actually never seen this level
insane.
of troll.
What is going on with my HP? I literally just ate. Okay, can I? There's no way she sees me here, right? Surely. Surely she doesn't see me and just keeps going. But move, woman! Thank you. We got her.
Oh my god.
Why is... All my runs, man.
Great job.
All my runs...
You made that look so easy, dude. Effortless.
I made it look like a casual playthrough. That's what I made it look like.
We made it past. Oh my... Dude, I was on the edge of my seat. I was actually biting my nails.
Yeah, that was something else. Do we have any donations up here?
We do indeed. We have a $50 anonymous donation that just says, pet another dog.
I did. I did pet another dog. I even tried to pet another cat. Okay, pet dog. There we go. That dog. Was that the dog? I can't.
It's been the same dog following you around, I swear.
I swear to God, right?
Like that's the guy that pet me.
True. I like this guy.
So catch everybody up on the story. Now that we killed the probably the spookiest boss in Not Evil Within 3, we can now proceed to find the ingredients that we're going to be needing to kind of escape the cloud. And one of the first things that KK needs us to do is we need to get some height so that way we can survey the land. So this whole section we're kind of building up to getting to a pair of binoculars that we're going to use to find the 3 ingredients that we need to bust out of here.
Please, let me do it from here. Thank you. Okay.
Nice.
Yes. Got that one. Let's try to make the rest of the run clean, game. Let's not do any more shenanigans. Please don't hit me. Okay, she didn't hit me. That's good. Already.
Yeah, just on the topic of like this as a speed run, it's, you know, it's a really volatile run where every little mistake can kind of add up, you know, like a missed grab or a missed glide or the, you know, Komote just totally trolling you and taking like 2 minutes longer than normal. Stuff like that.
I think 2 minutes is generous.
It happens a lot. 2 minutes is generous?
Yeah.
Say it's conservative.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, I'm gonna stand still here because I don't want to get memed anymore. Because we're gonna, yeah, that camera snap right there. If I glide midair, the camera's gonna snap, and if I try to move in any direction, it will just mess up my glide completely. So just take it safe.
There's nothing worse than being on a good pace and then you try to go for that glide and the camera just turns you to the left. So Akito just like flies off the building.
Oh, there's no way. You're such a meme.
Oh, everybody wants some today.
Yeah. Usually you can get away with just killing the first guy, but the second guy said hello. He wanted to make an appearance at ESA. Still PV pace, just because of the intro.
I'm a moderator, I verify it, it's valid.
True. Actually, Niddle is actually a moderator. We need a no intro.
So, this is kind of the second cabin section of the game. Once again, we have to kill dudes in order, and sort of the faster we kill the first group of dudes, the next set of dudes spawn. And it all culminates in our final lady that we're gonna have to kill, who is kind of like a red version Oh.
All
Yeah,
right.
these guys control if they come straight out of their spawn animation with an attack. As you can see, sometimes they do.
Okay.
You're good.
I think I messed it up. Nope, I got it.
All right. Yeah, you're good.
Alright, 2 backstabs kills her. I put 1 stun down on the ground that I push her into, because if you're behind her when she spawns in, you can actually just do a quick purge instantly, and then you can do another quick purge right after that. That saves like so much time.
It also looks really cool.
Whew. Actually, I found it.
Which-
It's like one of the
Yeah.
only strats that I found.
Yeah, you told me, you were like, wait, why aren't you doing that? You're like wasting all of your ammo
Oh yeah, because
shooting her. Because
yeah.
they have a lot of HP. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much our entire stash of ammo.
Yep.
Uh,
And you were
kill her.
running it on the hardest difficulty, where you just
oh, yeah.
have that
it also
kind
works
of
on
ammo.
Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do some swag grapples.
Wow,
some
that
nice
didn't work. I thought that would work.
jumps. I really thought you had the height for that. That's insane.
But that one works. Lower down, okay. Yeah, so the Tengu grabs are like really weird because they're like very angle specific and not so much height specific usually. All right.
Yeah, there is an ability that you would get in a casual playthrough where you can essentially summon a Tengu at will and just kind of grapple. You can really Spider-Man it and just kind of go from rooftop to rooftop. It'd be really cool if we had a way of routing that in, but...
She didn't fall down.
Oh.
Please, no, woman. Okay, okay, it's all fine. We're good. This woman is
Just
gonna
doing it for show, making us all anxious for
so what was supposed to
the
happen?
sake of ESA.
Yeah, sure. So what was supposed to happen there was that I was supposed to hit her in the head, and she falls down, and I can quick purge her. Like this, hopefully. Like that. That was what was supposed to happen to the other guy. Also, is the one on the left actually still aggroed on me? Okay, no.
Yeah, usually if you crouch, she drops.
Yeah. And the
But yeah,
last
there's
one is-
there's three of those angry hair ladies. They're really kind of troll with their attacks. They have one attack in specific that I don't think it damages you. It just drops your FPS.
Can't even see. It just drops your FPS.
No, you're good. Just
Yeah.
crouch. You're good.
Yeah. Fuck. I got up. Nice.
Cool.
But yeah, they hurt. The hair women, they hurt. They are some of the worst enemies by far. And there's one later on that I'm super scared of, but hopefully my consistent strat in practice works. Ah, come on. Alright. The garage. It's the sweet ride. You want to talk about the sweet ride? Because we're not really going to see it that much here.
Yeah, we're not going to see it too much, but there's a sweet motorbike down in this garage that KK has told us about, and it's not just any motorbike. It has the ability to traverse the fog, we've been told. So even though Tokyo is surrounded in a huge layer of fog that we would probably die if we tried to get through, we can actually use the motorcycle with some upgrades to create like a force field and get through the fog.
This is so lower brightness than it is on my own.
You do have a flashlight, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know the button because I'm unbounded, I think. But it's fine. The light is on now. We're good. Yeah, usually.
So yeah, we have to answer a phone call and get some more information so that way we can repair the motorcycle and kind of get to where we need to go, which ultimately we're heading towards Tokyo Tower because we saw this giant like spirit sort of amalgamation floating off in the distance, and our homie KK is like, yo, that's definitely the source of all of this. So if we can get there, we can fix Tokyo, save the day, save your sister, save the world.
Yeah, and you can get rid of me. Basically, Akito and KK are like kind of growing a bond at this point. They've been together for about 53 minutes, so you know they're basically brothers.
A whole 53 minutes, yeah.
That's as long as it takes to find a new best friend, no?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, of course I get the grapple thingy there.
So the goal here is we're just going to do some cool glides, some cool grapples, and get to the top of a roof where there is another set of binoculars that we can use to see the two ingredients that we're going to need. So we need to find a turbine, right? and
Turbine and
some
motor oil.
spirit oil.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they just call it motor oil, I'm pretty sure, to begin with. But yeah.
But it's some kind of funky spirit, you know,
Yeah.
Japanese folklore oil. I don't know.
Underworld oil.
Yeah.
And there's something about this. I think they call it the Black Gate, but it's like literally purple. It's kind of weird.
Nettes Auto. Das kann doch
And then there's
Yeah. So we're just learning about the locations that we're gonna head to next.
yeah, and it's just those two. We're gonna go on the car first.
Wir wissen wohin. Jetzt musst du uns nur noch
Gonna go through the fog here a little bit to be a little bit faster. Then hopefully this guy will let me grapple. Sometimes he doesn't.
There you go.
Ah, okay, nice. Missed.
Yeah, the way the Tengu grapples work is you have to actually aim at them, so you have to like right click and then you have to press space. And what ends up happening is you're frantically mashing space
Yeah.
as you fall and you look at your live split and you're like, oh man,
I gotta reset.
rip run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually what happens in my experience.
Yeah, like Nido was saying earlier, this run is super volatile. If you fall down from one tango grab like that, you just lose like 30 seconds and it's over. Just go next.
Yeah.
Alright.
So this is the shooting gallery. If you like the shooting gallery in Legend of Zelda games, you're gonna love this section.
True.
We're just kind of waiting for enemies to spawn, and we're gonna shoot them sort of as quickly as we can. You can go for headshots. It's just really risky because aiming with the bow, obviously the arrow drops off. And there's also these little explosive barrels that you saw scattered out throughout the arena. And we can kind of use those to take care of multiple enemies at once in a few instances, and also put in some extra damage to some of the enemies. Very nice headshot, I have to say.
Thank you, thank you. I don't know why I went for the girl afterwards. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, please don't move. Please stand still. Thank you.
Yeah, the schoolgirls are really hard to hit once they start moving, so it's like, it's best to kind of get them either when they're standing completely still, or you try and get like a cool tracking shot where you lead your shot and hit them. A really good
What?
gallery so far.
Just had
I
to say
spoke
it.
too soon.
You just had to say
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, dude.
It's all good.
I take
Oh.
the blame for that one.
You can take the blame for that one as well.
No, that one's on you.
Okay, fair enough. Nice. Headshot though. That's on me.
That one's me.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, so now that this shooting gallery section's done, we can be reunited with KK for, what, like the third time now?
He didn't die. Wow. So troll.
Like I said, now that the shooting gallery is done. Yeah, we can be reunited with KK, get our powers back. This arena's kind of nice because you can actually reload some of your ammo. You can reload some of your arrows if you needed any more arrows, which we don't really need anymore for the rest of the run. It's just kind of nice to have a few in case.
Yeah. Alright, will we get this one? This is by far one of the hardest ones to get.
Yeah, this one always trolls me.
Yep. I'm gonna be a little bit safer. Can I get up? Hello? Game? Game.
Grapple?
Okay, I just instantly get spotted. Fair enough.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so the way to do this optimally is you kind of go around the backside and then you drop a bush.
Yep.
And assuming that the enemies don't like instantly aggro you like they just did there,
Yeah.
you can usually get this Torii Gate cleanse without aggroing the enemies, which is kind of nice. And now we're just kind of making our way through to get over to that cool looking purple gate. And Nico's actually doing a interesting way of getting up there.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit safer way because I found that if I do the other way, those guys shoot me and I fall down midair, which is not fun. I'm just gonna
True.
do a safe way so I don't lose like a minute of time. Okay. Okay. We're gonna walk a little bit, guys. Don't worry. Stairs are also very cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of verticality in this game, which actually it opens it up to some like sort of interesting routing things. In any percent, we have it sort of boiled down to what we think is the fastest, I would say. But for something like all missions, where there's 42 missions and 25 tanukis that you have to pet and everything, like there's a lot that you can do with the routing in this game because it's an open world game. It's not really meant to be played linear like this.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now I need some Bless RNG because this is the dreaded bush strat that can make or break a run. Because if you get
Yeah, bless
spotted,
up.
yeah, if you get spotted on this part, you are actually just almost dead because you use so much ammo. I am gonna, however, do this so I have a little bit of ammo for the boss fight coming up. Otherwise, I have none. Alright, let's RNG. Please don't spot me. Usually it works when I go into the corner here and just mash F. He's in the house. Let me go. Thank you very much. It worked.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, that part is really scary because we drop a bush down and 3 of the hair ladies actually can come into the house. And if they
Is that
spot
your
you,
cat in the background?
sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good. It's perfect. It's actually perfect.
If anybody's curious, I pet her. So we're gonna.
That's Tori, right?
Yeah, that was Tora. Yeah.
Tora.
Yeah. So, we go in there. We kill that large lady who I definitely didn't write her name down. I totally forgot it. And we get our fragrant underworld oil from that, which is one of the ingredients that we need to fix the bike and get up and running.
I just had like 5 jump inputs eaten. That was super cool. Oh, okay. Damage Bruzo. Let's go. Just smacked me through the... Okay. Let me get here. Thank you. All right. World map again. So if you have any donations, now is a great time.
Absolutely. We have a $25 donation from Meta going towards the third way ending choice at Grand Theft Auto 5. And they say, please pet Ashma's doggo.
Where is it? Wait, I need to fast travel first. Where is it? There we go. Pet, 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 pet. All the pets. You can keep going.
Can I read another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. We have a $20 donation from Viper going towards the Trackmania RPG map showcase Sweden car skin that said, Nico, all you had to do was pet the damn dog.
I did. I literally did.
We also have a $9 donation from Paul Lister that said, I heard that we can feed the dog. Can we do that?
Feed the dog?
Please?
Oh.
I don't know if we can anymore. I think we're past that point.
Well, yeah. There's a spot where the game actually just gives you some free dog food, and you can run up and feed one of the dogs real quick. But I think we're a little bit past it.
Yeah, right. Like I don't think the dogs are really just meandering anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, we'll run into a dog. It's just that the dog. So in this game, you can buy dog food, and you can't buy cat food, but you can pet the cats. The cats are very particular, so they get their own food from another source, presumably. Yeah, so you can feed the dogs, and you can pet the dogs, and there's also little raccoon friends known as Tanuki, and they're kind of like a collectible, and you have to go around the town finding them and stuff. This game casually is a fantastic playthrough. I can't undersell this or oversell this enough. It's so good.
Yeah, you had. I can't drive the car. Viper, goddammit. I can't pet the car even. All right, can I get the fast travel though? That is the most important thing. I can. Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, minor optimization there. Just fast traveling to the door, saving us a 10-second walk. It's like, it's what I wish I could do when I have to like go to the other side of my house. Yeah, right. Like,
and then we're gonna fast travel again.
Room. Let me just fast travel and then whip back. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, where is it? It's up here. What? Hello? What icon was it on? That was so weird. I couldn't fast travel because I was on like the right side of the icon or something.
All right. You didn't fall through the earth here.
That is true. You have had that happen once, I think.
No, like that's happened like 4 times to me. Sometimes whenever I do that fast travel, I think it's because I do it too fast. I
just
fall
just
through
that good, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Or that bad. I don't know.
No, I mean you have the world record in every category in this game, so that good is definitely the answer. All right, so we have
not after this run.
Yeah, no, you still have it. Trust me. Even I think this is even slower. I mean, it is. It is actually slower than yours still, I think. But yeah, we have all the things to fix the motorcycle. So this is like the point of no return, where we get to a part that we can't return from. Obviously, point of no return. Funny how that works. And yeah, we're gonna skip cutscene, and then we're gonna go on a boss rush mode here. Well, yeah, basically boss rush mode, right? 2 bosses?
Yeah.
And back.
We're gonna have to do several bosses sort of back to back to back. This like I feel like a boss rush mode in this game would actually be really cool, where you just have to fight all of the bosses, you know, with like a limited inventory. But essentially, that's kind of what we're going to be doing here for the end of the game.
Yeah.
Wir sind so weit gekommen. Wir gehen jetzt nicht mit leeren Händen.
Yeah, we have to run straight and then another cutscene because you know triggers. And Niddle
I have
actually
to say the
found a way to skip
motorcycle
the boss.
cutscene is the coolest.
Oh, for sure.
Coolest cutscene in the game.
For sure. It's also not in-game rendered, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
But yeah, this upcoming boss, Niddle actually found a way to skip the boss. But if you skip the boss, you soft-lock the game, so you can't continue, unfortunately.
Yeah, you may have noticed, like, this game is very vanilla in terms of the route. We don't really do many glitches or skips. There's, like, a few minor things that we do, but because the game is so heavily tied to triggers, it's not really possible to do anything major, which is good and bad, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. Spider Lady boss. We're going to make quick work of her because we have wire in. So I'm going to pop the wire in when I get a little bit closer, just do a little bit of damage. Not actually sure if that does damage or not, but we're going to try it. Demented Salad, please make an SRT. Thank you. And yeah, we're just going to smack her a couple of times. And then we're just going to go ham on this thing under her as well. You might be wondering why I'm using the green one instead of the red one. That is basically, going to do a little wire in cancel there so we get a bunch of core as well for the next part. And yeah, she's basically dead. But yeah, the reason why we're using the Gust instead of the Fireball is basically because we have so much attack speed with the Gust, and with the Wire Wind it just does so much damage when you're attacking super fast. So it's just better to do it like this. In my opinion, at least. I'm not sure if you have another strat for it, no.
Yeah, no, that's about it. Yeah, that's the spider boss lady. Once again, this is not Evil Within 3, so the design very much reflects that.
All right. Oh, by the way, there's a
we're
cat.
at Tokyo Tower, Foot Town.
Shop vendor here.
Wenn wir einmal drin sind, gibt's kein Zurück.
So cute.
Ich gut darauf vor.
Yeah, so this is the second point of no return in the game. At this point, you're stuck here. You can't do anything else. You can't go back.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't do anything else the other place we were, but now you can't.
Yeah,
get
it's kind of
out here.
weird. They tell you, they give you the classic warning: if you go past this point in the quest, you can't do any side quests. And then they give you another one once you're already past that point anyway.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. It's like, yeah, I have nothing else to do. So
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. I'm not sure what they were trying to go with. All right, we're doing pretty good on ammo because of the wire in, because of the core cancel and all that stuff. I didn't get it. I messed that up so hard. You can jump out of the elevator right as you hit like the main floor. That you
I was gonna say, were you trying to do it?
I was trying, but I messed it up completely. I wasn't thinking completely of it, and then yeah.
Yeah, you can hit the button as you're jumping out of the elevator, and then the elevator will go up, but you won't be in it. But the cutscene still thinks that you're in it, and so you can spend that time kind of just running around the lower levels and picking up any ether and any ammo that you might need.
Exactly. Bunch of exposition here. KK is saying he's a bad father and stuff like that. Yeah, Akito is trying to comfort him, and now we're gonna fight the first boss that we fought the second time.
Yeah, this is round 2. Basically the same exact situation, though. We're just going to DPS him down as quickly as possible. We get a reload halfway through the fight when he transitions to his next phase. He does this purple shield thing. You can actually just punch it, and sometimes it refunds you a fire shot in exchange. So you're going to see Nico trying to do that when he puts up his shield. And then when he's transitioning, he has kind of iframes, so once he drops the shield, we're able to do damage to him again. And there's also a lot of ammo scattered around in this arena, so it's a good time to just kind of like break the breakables and be ready to absorb all that ammo once the fight's finished.
Oh, I got him out of it. Nice.
Nice, yeah. You can stagger him out of some of his attack animations, which is actually really optimal, because sometimes he'll
Please die here.
fly up.
Oh, that was like the last fire I had left. That was kind of sad.
You're good.
Yeah, I wanted to try to keep as much fire as possible because we need it for the next boss, but that's okay. All right. Are we
So
ready?
have you decided if we're doing this?
Yeah, that was the thing. I think we are, just to help save a bunch of time for the marathon, because I know we're kind of behind on schedule. So there is usually here in the beginning of chapter 6, is it a 7-minute section?
Yep.
We're
7 full minutes.
Yeah. We're literally just gonna hold W here for 7 minutes and get a bunch of exposition done. Instead of doing that, we're gonna load a save before the final boss. We're not missing anything. The only thing you're missing is KK and Akito talking together. But we're gonna load this save so we saved ESA a bunch of times so we can get on with the show and get the next runners going.
Pet the cat.
There's no cat, but there is
I know.
the amalgamation. Where's the boss? I can hear it, but oh my god, there's no way.
Wow.
There is no way. Unable to sync. Play anyway. It's okay. We're gonna try again.
Your safety save wasn't on a different version, right?
No, because it works on my computer at home.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Pet the snail. I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. All right, let's try that again. If that doesn't pet myself, that's a weird request. I'm not gonna lie. Should I go from autosave? I'm gonna go from autosave.
Yeah. I would try the autosave and pray.
Less RNG. Okay, let's go. Boss fight.
We're in the boss. We did it.
I was gonna like line it up cool as well and say like this is the amalgamation and stuff like that, but then it just crashed on me. That's kind of messed up. Not gonna lie. All right, hopefully we can get the head here before he starts attacking. We did. Nice. He has 3 heads that we need to hit. We can hit them enough while he's moving before he even does an attack. And if we do that, it actually saves so much time. And it's like the most optimal way to do it. Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Please get the second one
So-
as well.
The way this boss works is between the 3 phases, he'll spawn a bunch of these like shadow enemies who are slightly tankier and do a little bit more damage than the regular versions of themselves. But you can sort of see, you know, it's the Slenderman, it's the lady. So they're familiar enemies, just in a new package.
Yep. Can we get this one? No, I'm not gonna risk it. Too risky. I'm gonna, however, eat here. Get the stealth boost. That's not what I wanted at all, but whatever. I don't think I can do it before he jumps. Yeah, unfortunate. And he's probably also gonna attack here.
Yeah, there's a big like mental thing that happens during this section where you're like, I could go for a risky fire shot to try and hit a face early,
Yeah.
but if I miss and it just goes off into the distance, then I'm down a fire shot and it's gonna put me in a bad spot for later.
Exactly.
So when you get to this section in general, you're always like sort of weighing out your options. You're like, I could pop the wire in and recharge my ammo, but then I don't have ammo for later, and you know, it's one of those split-second decision things. That was a really good phase, though.
That was good, but I missed one guy, unfortunately. All right.
Guys, we just
Final.
hit $56,000.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Please. Okay, he died. The time is not up yet. The time is up after the credits start rolling. So there's like a small cutscene here that we need to skip, and then the time is up. But that is the amalgamation. That is the final boss in the game. So from this point on, you basically know if you have a PB or not.
Yeah, man. GG's.
Thank you. And we just have to wait here for the credits to start rolling. We literally don't have to walk or anything. We just stand around, do nothing. But this is the part where Niddle stood up in his first sub-12 world record run and started saying, let's go, 500 times. It was beautiful.
I may have said something of that nature, yeah.
It was beautiful. All right. And with the last promise to KK, who is now going to leave Akito alone forever. This was GhostWire Tokyo. And time. Thank you guys so much.
Great job, man.
Thank you. You too, man. I'm sorry
You know,
about the
game is about-
crashes. I don't know what happened.
Listen, it's perfect. The game is about not giving up in the face of adversity.
Exactly.
And you did not give up.
We had a
So,
bunch of
congratulations.
adversity. Thank you. Thank you so much to Niddle. Thank you so much to the GhostWire community. They are absolutely amazing. Shout outs to all those people. Big shout out to my girlfriend Tenna, who couldn't be here unfortunately. And yeah, do you have any shout outs now?
Not really. Everybody should go check out Nico with a C on Twitch. He does a lot of cool games. He's a really cool guy, and he's very handsome.
Thank
You can check me out too if you want, but I'm boring.
Definitely check out Niddle, the better player of the two of us. And pet the dog, of course. And yeah, Hyperion, take us away.
No problem at all. Just that last $50 donation that took us all the way up to that 56,000, which was actually an anonymous donation. And they say, I like round numbers. Pet another dog. And that's going towards the Kill Trevor ending for Grand Theft Auto 5.
I can't catch it. Thank you, Isa.
Thank you so much to Niddle for Nico with a C for that.
Also
and for
Niddle.
for being on the couch. It was an amazing run, and we've had some crashes, but you still did amazingly well.
Thank you, you too.
Coming up next, we have the Mafia run, which is the any % run. We're going to go to an intermission, so remember to stand up, stretch, go and grab something to eat and a drink, and we'll see you back here soon.